suppose we should start with the starting soon.
Oh yeah, we probably should.
Yeah.
But I was just going to check that. And...
I'm going to actually pull up my Twitch. Let's see if the restream is up and running. Look at that. It's sending data to both feeds. Looks like we're streaming on.
Oh, Dickbot.
Oh, Dickbot.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
All right.
Yep.
We're golden. I'm going to mute this down. Turn my ringer off because God knows I'll get a call.
All right.
Okay. What do you say?
Let's do this thing.
Say hey, hey, hey.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all are listening to the Overseas Connection podcast.
Shut up and sit down.
Here we go!
Would you kindly? I think we're just getting started. Medic! I'm a witcher.
I think this is more than you can handle.
He sits on his ass all day.
Let's do this.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to episode 812 of the Overseas Connection podcast. Today is November 24th, 2024, and gobble, gobble, gobble. Thanksgiving just around the corner. We got a fun show in store for you today. We're going to talk video games. We're going to talk about life because that's what we do on this podcast. We are on Twitch. We are on YouTube, so you can join us live, be part of the chat. We also will create a audio version of this podcast. We'll release it out likely sometime tomorrow. You'll be able to catch it on cassette tape and 8-track tapes wherever you play your audio stuff. We're not doing vinyl yet, but that's in the future plans. My name, Greg DeLacy, Gamertag Murphy's Law, OC_Murphy's Law, coming to you live from the West Wing in Roseville, California. Also on the show today from nether regions of Northern Ireland. I know, got it right. Our favorite Mexican Irishman, Robin Tate, on the show.
Hello, my name is Robin Tate. I'm in Ballymena in Northern Ireland, and I take it as a privilege to be here on the Overseas Connection podcast. I am the sensible one.
The sensible one, yes.
Yes.
We've heard that so many times. Also on the show today, from parts unknown Canada, Missouri, Kim Woods. Kim, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Happy to be here. So let's
Kim,
do the show.
honestly, I realize I probably should not be giving out the town you live in. The reason being, one, it's a small town. Two,
Right.
you are a woman. So it invites
Right.
potential weirdness, So there.
Well, that's the internet for you, though. It's all potential weird.
Yes. But happy to have you on the show, Kim.
Yeah, happy to be here.
Yeah, happy. We are hoping for no injuries,
Right.
but somehow Carolina to win.
Whatever. You are. I'm not. So
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I do every time.
every time.
I
Hey.
can't make the big wavy hands though because my stupid camera picks up on the hand gesture. It's just like, oh, we're going, we're
Yeah,
moving,
yep.
we're moving.
It's funny because it zooms like right in.
I
Yeah.
know. It's like, I did have coffee today. So, okay. That explains a little bit of my excitement for the
Ah.
show. It does.
Gotcha.
Hey, we are every Sunday, 8 p.m. in the UK, 12 p.m. in the West Coast, 3 p.m. in the East Coast, and yes, even 2 p.m. in the Central Time Zone that nobody cares about.
I care. But okay.
Someday we will get rid of time changes, by the way. I'm just
I
very
hope
hopeful for
so.
that. Okay, let's just talk about this real quick. We passed a law. We actually
We
said
did.
no more time zone changes. And what happened? They
We're
have
still doing it.
postponed that because they need to further evaluate the impact. Don't care what you voted for. We know what's better for you, and we feel it's best we not put this into play until we
Right.
understand better how not changing time zones. Oh, that makes me sick. Not changing time zones might be better for you. All right, we don't have any birthdays today. If you did have a birthday, we're sorry. Here, I'll just play this just on the chance that you had a birthday and you're listening and you're like, "Don't forget about me." Happy birthday! Okay, we're running with the Bulls, or are
Yep.
we raging Bulls?
Mm.
Let's run with the Bulls. Nothing
Gotcha.
bad ever happens when you run with the Bulls.
Oh no, nothing.
No.
Mm-mm.
Everyone here loves story time, our favorite time of the day.
All right. Speaking of running with the Bulls and Godzilla, although it's a Godzilla. It's kind of Godzilla-esque. Yeah. But it's not really Godzilla though. That's a weird, like, is that AI Godzilla?
Mm.
It all makes sense now because that is definitely not the Godzilla I know and love. But Robin, I appreciate you putting Godzilla up.
I actually don't know why I'm doing this, but okay.
I don't either.
Well, we didn't either, but better float your boat.
All right. Speaking of Godzilla, speaking of running with the Bulls, Robin Tate.
Blurriness. Penn State, are they good? That must be the college football team.
Penn State?
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean,
I don't.
They're not world beaters. I'll say that.
Okay. All right, because they're all white. I came across a girl that was like a social media person. And,
well, they're an Ivy League school, so
white stuff.
Yeah.
I like that. They're all white.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mean that. I mean, their uniforms is all white. For frig's sake, racist son of a bitches. You can say nothing and just turn it into race. Seriously, America, you just have to stop this.
I didn't do this. This was Kim. This is
the whole stadium, and everybody's wearing white tops and white stuff and all that sort of stuff there. And there were.
It's college football, so I mean, that's the thing, Robin. You got to be into college football.
But it was massive. They fill stadiums with college football.
Well,
that's amazing.
Because college kids have nothing better to do.
All right.
Ah, right. Okay.
Their higher education dollars at work.
Yeah, it gives them something to do so they can drink. Because they don't really need an excuse. So.
Red cups. Okay. Red cups. Okay. All right. Sorry. I just fell down the rabbit hole today of watching loads of Penn State short videos. So I thought it was quite interesting.
What made you watch Penn State videos of all things?
Right.
Was it because they were all white?
No. The white, blonde, attractive social media manager was cute. So I started to watch stuff.
So you were hoping for wardrobe malfunctions.
No, just really positive and I liked her work.
Yeah.
I like her work.
Speaking of work, Robin.
Yeah.
Let's do a little focusing here, son.
Okay, fine.
Focus.
This past week,
yes,
you endeavored for an incredible 25 hours. 25 hours of racing goodness for a very good cause, might I add. I'm gonna pull it up now. We're gonna see you in your prime.
It depends.
I don't know when. So this was 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. I guess this is the stream I'm picking up. I don't think the duck suit was not in this video. I don't think, but I saw you putting it on.
Suit, though.
Yeah, and did you see the duck suit coming off, Kim?
I did see the duck suit coming off. That's when I come in, was the duck suit coming off. Okay. And some other things coming off as well. It was a bit cheeky.
Well, here's your lovely wife, Judith. That's not your lovely wife, Judith. That's a commercial.
No, look here. It was brilliant. 25 hours in the rig. And I think I did take a 20-minute break at the third changeover to reboot the machines to have a quick shower.
Okay.
And get myself going. And but apart from that, I mean, literally there was like 3 minutes between races. 2 minutes, 3 minutes in between races. And as I thought it was, I mean, I still have blisters on my hands. Don't go there.
I wasn't going there. Wasn't saying
There's
nothing.
a young gentleman here.
There's a young gentleman. You can't talk about blisters on the hands.
And but we raised over 2,000 over 2,600 pounds and the donations still coming in. And I sort of hoped, plus £1,000 would be great. So more than double that. And it's just out of the whole 25 hours, there was a 30-minute period which I didn't have someone to talk to, and I was just telling myself. That was between 6 and 6:30 in the morning, and I actually sent the guy away because it was crazy. But there was someone, my manager for my chat, my moderator, stayed the whole 25 hours, Tony. So props to Tony, and he donated a shocking amount of money as well during that period of time. So it was very good, and for such a small, tight community like this one as well, it's just amazing how many people helped out, and it was great. It was good and hard. The next morning, I started with a guy from the Netherlands, finished racing with a guy from the Netherlands, and even the last race was tough. They pushed me really hard, and my eyes were on stalks, and I didn't want to just put around. I wanted to race hard with it, And then
so this was in the last go.
Yeah,
I'm trying to see if I can pull up some of that racing. I'm going to fast forward a little bit in your stream.
Yeah, so I did have a duck suit on at one point, and we'll change the duck suit when we get to, I think it was 1,000 or 1,500 quid, and it took for ages. So then somebody wanted me to race topless, and I didn't because it was
and
terrible.
It wasn't me. So just so
wasn't you actually. It wasn't. And then I took the duck suit off and then went into the loo, and sadly my boxer shorts were sort of down over my butt cheek as I was going out the back door. And
accidentally on purpose.
So yeah.
Nice spin out, Robin. What kind of car are you driving here?
A McLaren 720S. Yeah. Okay. So it was great. It was really good. And then in the middle of the night, we done some fun stuff like this here in another game. We done go-karts, and we did silly stuff in the middle of the night, which was hilarious. And Travis, the guy from Florida, he is Florida man. It was some of this was just hilarious and funny, the stuff that was going on. So we had great laughs. We'll get to it. Well, no, I'll do it now because we'll get the racing bit out of the way. I raced on LFM all day. From the first race was 8:15 in the morning until about 8 o'clock at night, and I completely destroyed my account. Destroyed. My safety rating is
how funny.
2 years. My overall ELO score is at the lowest it's been in almost 2 years.
Now, could you not maybe reach out to them and say, "Hey, can we just pull that from my record?" Since it was a 24-hour charity thing?
Yeah, I mean, there was 4 incident reports went in against me. 2 I accepted, 2 I challenged, and out of the 2 that I challenged, one of them was kicked out. So I had 3 penalty reports against me, which killed it for me. So yes, I was a bit naughty.
I just saw you just take somebody out just now. You pushed somebody into the wall.
This was fun. This was fun stuff. So the thumbnail for Tuesday's race, and I can just show you it here now. Where is it now? Here, this is it. I'll just show it now. I'll just add that in here as it goes. Thumbnails. Here it goes. Here's my thumbnail if you're watching for Tuesday's. Oh, hold on, didn't come up. There, open. There. Shame. It says shame, unclean. So I have to rebuild. So I have to. But you know what? It's great fun. I don't care. We raised good money. It was good content. It was good. Yeah, people had good laughs. We had laughs with it.
Little night racing going on here. I see.
The duck suit was extremely hot.
I bet.
Yeah,
it was a full duck suit. I wish I could find it on your feed.
It'll be the first one,
Let me see if I can find it. Hang on.
With no times on it. I could bring up if you really want to show my ass, you can. I'll give you the time. We'll give you the timestamp.
Okay, it was the first one, or the.
Mm-hmm.
It's There's no
4 a.m. to 8 a.m., 2 p.m. to 9 p.m.
There's no green banner on it. There's 4 videos. There's 4 because you have to split it up into chunks. So it's the one without the green banner, any time on it. And the timestamp for that. Oh, here we go. Is 6 hours. Yeah, six. If you go to 6 hours,
I found the duck suit.
okay. So if you go to 6 hours, yeah, 6 hours 16. 6 hours 16.
There we go.
6 hours 16. As I get out of the duck suit, and
you were in the duck suit in the cockpit, attempting
Yes.
to race with the duck suit on.
yes. But if you go to 6 hours 16, you'll see me getting out of the duck suit.
Mm-hmm.
You
And
really
just about everything else. But anyway.
too much. So I'm flipping it. What am I doing? I'm a foster care. Cripes.
I was just
Yeah.
sitting on the couch drinking my coffee, and all of a sudden, bong goes butt. I'm like, well, already, good
6
morning.
hour 16.
You know.
Robin's done apparently with the race, so we'll just let it play from here. At some point, I believe you're going to be getting up from.
Yeah, just let it play. There we go.
Yeah,
6 hours 16.
I think Judith is going to come on for a second. Oh,
See the advert.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're going to see things we don't need to see.
Probably. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, it was great. It was really good. I was tired after it. So tired on Wednesday afternoon. Went to bed for a couple of hours. Got up. Had a shower. Went downstairs. Put a movie on that I knew would put me to sleep straight away. June. And then I had Judith was training upstairs in her office, and I
Duck suit striptease incoming.
and then
I can't believe you had a shirt on underneath the duck suit. I would have. Yeah. That's what made it hot.
No,
I mean, it's going to get hot in a second. I mean, it's going to get real hot because you
Yeah.
apparently.
Take off all your clothes. Yeah, you don't want to flip me. Anyway, it was good. It was good. It was good fun. We raised lots of money, and that money will be turned into something beautiful, and it's fantastic.
Yes.
So now we have a meeting where there's a social work court case on the 13th of December. One of the kids that we want to take, we're fighting to get.
I feel dirty watching this for the record.
We're keeping the American flag behind me. We're
It's
fighting to get the father to sign a document which will allow his kids to get a passport, and he's resisting.
No, he's resisting.
Yeah.
I feel better with you being in the blonde wig. I think this is more appropriate. And the reason why I felt a little off is because it's almost like you're in front of a camera and someone's making you take your clothes off. You know,
They were doing it. It was being bullied.
Yeah.
Look at my wonderful chest. Wow. Look at
all right.
that. So that didn't get waxed. Yeah.
But so you had a good time.
We had a good time.
Raised some great money.
Good. We're back then. We raced on. My next race was on Thursday night, which was a championship race. I was exhausted going into it.
I bet.
But and we qualified way down 11th place, and we finished third. I had a really good race out of it, an hour and a half race on Thursday.
All things considered.
Yeah. Good. So it was great.
Excellent.
So will I do it again? Yeah, not in a hurry.
Not in a hurry. Maybe a year from now. It's
Maybe,
kind of like
yeah.
extra
And
life. I'm in no hurry to.
Lots of the community wanted to take part. They want to do something there as well. So, and speaking of extra life, my son was in the seat that I'm sitting in right now for 24 hours, and he finished this morning. He does. I think it's his 8th year now doing his as well, with his guys, and they've raised well over $1,000 for extra life. His little group of guys that do it every year. So I think he had a good time as well. So starting at 10 and finishing at 10, maybe not the best idea.
Now,
but okay.
Was this Joshua or Charlie?
Yeah, Joshua.
Okay, just double checking. All right,
Yes.
excellent. Tell Joshua I say congratulations, please.
Definitely.
Yes. And there's congratulations for you as well. What was the big contract? You done a big contract. Your wife was posting.
Yeah. So work this past week. Well, okay. So a couple weeks back, actually the start of November, I signed a very large contract with one of my my clients. And what was nice is, we proposed a fairly hefty contract, and work always, on these types of contracts, they'll be like, hey, go out, have dinner on us, have a great time. And so my wife and I went out to a very nice dinner Friday night to what's one of our favorite steakhouses, High Hand Steakhouse. And so Went and had a really lovely dinner.
Well, that's in the casino around the corner.
I'm gonna say it again.
That's in the casino around the corner.
Correct. Correct.
But
Mundo.
don't sell gift vouchers.
They do not sell gift vouchers.
No, I don't. I've tried.
Dinner was fantastic. Had a really nice bottle of wine. And what's great is we've actually befriended one of the general managers there too. So he always takes care of us when we come in. Even though it was not needed for this particular occasion, it's just always great. So had a lovely time visiting with him and just an excellent dinner. And then the Monday before for my work, we took some clients out to dinner as well. And I booked us a table at the Yellowtail restaurant. It's a Japanese sushi restaurant inside the Bellagio. And I'm not one for sushi. I am, give me my bento box. Maybe I'll do try a couple pieces of a roll that has like tempura in it or something.
Okay.
But because you're in front of clients,
Yeah.
suddenly there's, hey, let's just get a bunch of stuff and we'll share. And so I full on ate sushi on Monday. And
Holy moly.
Time we had sushi,
I liked it.
the last very good. The last time we had sushi, you had one chopstick in one hand and one in the other. You do know it. I had to point it out.
Yes, they're supposed to go together. I've now learned that.
And the sushi restaurants don't have chopsticks that are sort of together with a little spring. They're separate.
No, the spring thing.
That's the little springy ones.
Yeah.
Did you ask for a fork?
No. I actually am very adept with my chopsticks. Thank you very little.
See,
Even
now I'd be
when I
asking
order
for
a bento
fork
box,
because,
I go full chopstick.
And I was Vegas, all getting all Formula One up. Was it? Was it
Yes,
getting ready?
it was. In fact, the track was all more or less set up. By the time I left, it was the day before the first trial lap started happening. But it was pretty cool because the Bellagio is kind of in the center of it all.
Yeah.
And so they had a bunch of, not only they've got a Ferrari store now in the Bellagio, but they had a bunch of meeting rooms set up for Mercedes-AMG, GM, and there was a Ferrari room. So that was all kind of cool. I did ask a taxi driver, how he was dealing with it. And he's like, it's really only a pain in the ass as you get towards the weekends when the races are there. And they don't usually race until the evening time. So during the day, they open the streets up and then they shut them down around like 3 p.m.-ish.
They need it. It's the wrong time of the year. It's too cold.
Yeah. But
cool.
But it was cool to see. It was cool to have all that out there. And I ate Angry Yellowtail, which really is just yellowtail sushi, but they add jalapeno to it to make it angry.
Okay.
So
Makes
I just wanted to
sense.
throw
I
that
guess.
out there. Kim, what's been going on with you?
Not a lot. It was actually kind of quiet this week, which with the way the weeks have been lately, that's
wait a
kinda
minute,
nice.
Kim. Wait a minute.
No, for God's sake, here we go.
I
Get it out of
remember
off
what
your
happened.
chest. For fuck's
The
sake.
Bills beat the Chiefs. Oh yeah, that happened.
And your point is,
No, that's all. I just had to say it.
a bit, I've been saying that we're going to lose a game since pretty much the season started.
I
at this
know.
point.
So
So whatever. And I mean, I can't complain about it. It was a decently close game.
It was a great game. It was a really good game. It's hard fought.
I knew, going into it, if we were going to get beaten, it was going to be by the Bills. So, and we did. So, whatever. Anyway, non-football related. It's deer season, or it has been the last couple weeks. Tony, of course, has went out, and he's got 2 deer this year. So he's very proud of himself. So
Was that him mimicking the shooting, talking about deer? So he wanted to make sure we mentioned that.
I was laughing because I was waiting for like a referee to come out and throw a yellow flag. Or
I was getting ready to. I thought that was actually the first
right?
at the reference. I'm like, was he talking about Mahomes doing his little gun reference?
Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, that's just freaking common. I mean, not only even just Mahomes doing it, but any of them doing it.
I
And
know,
they
I
throw
know.
a fucking
It's-
flag or whatever. It's fucking ridiculous. Anyway, off topic. But yeah, no, he's got 2 deer this year, so he's very happy, and I am too because I get to eat some of it. So.
All right.
So yeah, no, it's been good. Like I said, other than that, it's been quiet this week, which
All right.
is good.
So I have to ask questions about deer.
Okay.
Okay.
Go
So
ahead.
you bag the deer. You
Mhm.
basically tie it down. is there like a taxidermy type of place or a butcher that will take the deer right away, like within
Oh yeah.
the deer area? Or, and I say deer
Yeah.
area, that sounds horribly ignorant. So I'm assuming you're hunting in forests that are open for deer season, and so there's
we have
probably like a
property.
ranger
Yeah.
station where you check in.
Well, we have a farm and it has timber and woodland, that sort of thing. So we
Okay.
hunt out there, or like where I live, we have 40 acres and some of that's timber, so we can set out back here and hunt too. So
Okay.
yeah, and there's a place not far from here that they're pretty much open all the time, so we can take it up there and they'll work it up and let us know when it's done. So.
All right.
Because we used to
Keeping the
work it up
head,
ourselves.
keeping the head, and
No,
stuffing it?
because
No.
they're little like spike. It's a little. One was a doe and one was a little like spike buck, so they're not all that
so
impressive.
Tony was preying on innocent children, basically.
Yeah, right.
He killed
Well,
Bambi.
there is. I mean, it's Missouri. It's like my cat horde. We're overpopulated with deer, so
Right.
I mean, there weren't spots on him or anything like that, if that helps. So, I mean, it's not like he was shooting Bambi. Yeah, I'm totally getting Peter all riled up at this point, but that's all right. So yeah, no, he was tickled because, like I said, he's been hunting the last couple of years, I think, but this has been the first year he's actually got something, so he was pretty tickled. Yeah. So he was pretty tickled.
Did he drink the blood?
No, because his dad wanted him to take like a bite of the heart, and my sister just about had a coronary over that deal. So she's like, he will not be doing that, and I'm just there thinking, I don't think I could even do that.
No, honestly, no.
Like no.
Robin,
but
could you take a bite of a heart from a freshly killed deer?
Oh God, we do it with children all the time. You like that one? Okay. Up to the altar there, Judith. That's that's it. We call it the bandstand. It's not really. The real name is the altar. So.
All right. It all makes sense now.
Yeah.
So
Right.
just going back to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
The most popular dish at Yellowtail restaurant.
Yes.
What is the most popular dish?
Oh, God, I don't know. The most popular dish?
The most popular dish at Yellowtail.
Steak. I don't know.
I mean, I would have to think maybe like a California roll or something like that.
Fucking pizza. The Atari Black Tuna Pizza. Bloody America. A Michelin star restaurant and pizza. Anyway, sorry. That was good.
That's all right.
That's pretty funny. I did not know that.
One of the sorry again, we never finished. Sorry, Kim. One of the things about that you going to Las Vegas, it brought up lots of memories.
Yes. I started taking some pictures and sharing it with our old Vegas group. Just absolute memory lane.
And I think everybody's as keen as mustard to get back. To be honest with you, when we have to do a recce for stuff, and the video that Mike Chin was producing of that lovely weekend that just never came out.
Which is a travesty. I mean, I would have expected it, maybe from Pete, but not from Mike.
Yeah, we decided that Mike, as a penalty, would pay for just flights.
I think that's a reasonable assessment. I think that is beyond reasonable.
Yeah.
This time, Kim, we'll have you come out actually, officially this time,
Oh, okay.
Last time you threatened.
No, I didn't.
See, like how I put that? You threatened.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would have had a flash.
We were ready. We were going to put you in your own room.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
It's going to be
I know,
copacetic.
but-
There was going to be no pictures of you with Trump Tower and being half naked. None of that. Although I did laugh because I don't know if you saw that picture down the boulevard, Robin, but Trump Tower was just gleaming in the distance.
Oh, look, even when I'm watching the Formula One today, you get a little TI.
Right.
TI lit up. It's not the fanciest hotel.
No, it was perfect for the need.
But it's there everywhere you go. It pops up. It's really good. So
yeah. One thing I did not do, I wish I had, is gone back to Treasure Island and looked for the Crazy Rich Asian machine. It was there last time I was there when I went in. So yeah.
Sometime we got to do it. Got to do it.
All right. Kim, any other animals that your family has killed?
No, but it is Thanksgiving this week, so the week's going to be busy with that because we have a Thanksgiving on Thanksgiving, and then Friday we have the burial, and then Saturday we have the family Thanksgiving. So this week is going to be packed. So
all right. Now, okay, so a question.
Uh-huh.
I know obviously a little bit somber, but
Right.
Are you guys traditional turkey Thanksgiving, or do you kind of go outside the bounds?
I want to be a traditional turkey because my uncle, God rest him, he always brings fried chicken. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's Thanksgiving, at Christmas,
Okay.
or a family reunion, we always have fried chicken. It's gotten so bad over the years that some of us bring a different main dish for those of us who do not want to eat chicken. And you'd think the guy, the poor clueless fella that he is sometimes, you'd think he'd pick up on that. But, hey, they're bringing lasagna, they're bringing turkey, or they're bringing ham. Maybe they don't want chicken, but no, we have not picked up on that.
Now,
So,
I love it. Okay, actually, let me one step back. Was the fried chicken
Right.
good?
it used to be.
Okay.
But when you eat it, 20 times in a row every holiday, you just.
That's the way I feel about turkey, Kim. I am so done
I
with
don't
turkey.
blame
So
ya.
this year we're doing filet mignon. We're going steak.
Ah, nice.
Totally cutting
Right.
out the turkey, making it easy.
Nice. Well, I think my brother's making pork loin this year. I think we're having pork loin and ham at
Okay.
our family Thanksgiving. So
See,
technically,
I
we're not
like-
even having turkey for that. But
I like
you know.
breaking away from the traditional Thanksgiving foods, although we still have to have
Right.
pumpkin pie. That's
Oh,
like
of course, obviously. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, I need to put in a
So-
request for pumpkin pie and apple pie.
Oh, nice.
I do like my
Yeah.
apple pie.
I just like pie. Peach, apple, pumpkin, chocolate, coconut. Just
I'm
give me
really
pie.
hungry right now.
I know, right? And that's not helping. So anyway, now that's my week this week, as I said, and it's nice because this year I'm not hosting Thanksgiving or Christmas, so I can trash my house and nobody
Yeah.
gives a shit. So,
Sweet.
Oh, you just
yeah,
about to clear up. It's great.
Yeah.
right.
I love getting those invites.
I have to be honest though. When they first told me that they were all going to do this year, I was a little hurt because I'm like, why do they not want to come down to my house with all the cats? I mean, do I not clean up my house or what? But then the more I thought about it, the more I thought, you know what? That just means I don't have to clean up.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about the dishes. I don't have to worry about any of that shit.
This
So,
goes back
I'm
to my
happy.
old adage: it's better to have a party at someone else's house than your own house.
Right.
And,
Exactly.
and the
So,
more high end of the party, the better.
right. So
Yeah.
anyway, that's me for this week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Robin, anything
Anything
else for you? Shopping for a new PC?
No?
No, that was Phil. Never
that was
mind.
Phil.
I'm trying to make you Phil.
It's bought as well.
Yeah, he has executed the new PC, yet he's still not on the show. Go figure.
Right.
Phil, we're calling you out again. Damn it. All right. Thanksgiving plans for me, pretty straightforward. Going to the in-laws. We're going to be bringing Thanksgiving dinner to them, but again, it's not turkey, so I am happy. So we'll be getting filet mignon steaks. I'm going to trim them up nicely and get them all prepped. Do a little peppercorn sauce ahead of time, and then we'll just travel with it all and have a lovely time and not have to worry about cleaning a thing.
There
at
you
our
go.
house.
Right. Me
Okay.
neither.
Perfect. That's the way it
Yeah.
should be. And let's move on to some games.
All right.
Today I feel like playing computer games. Today I feel like playing computer games.
Okay, before we get started on the games, I realize I have not done my due diligence of...
Uh-oh.
We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
All right, let's talk about some video games. Kim, Call of Duty...
Yeah.
You played some...
I did. I got on the big screen,
You
know.
did?
I did. I'll have to post that up in the Discord or WhatsApp or something because I happened to record it. So because it doesn't happen often.
Right.
But
And
like I
if you
said,
don't record it, it didn't happen. I'm just saying now.
Exactly. Right. So I don't know. It must have been a slow game or something because if my ass ended up for the best, the best play, something's wrong there. But anyway, yeah, Call of Duty, it's still good. I finally managed to play. Well, I haven't played since Extra Life. So yesterday, I don't know. I was bumming around the house and I got a hold of Boomer. I'm like, hey, you want to play some Call of Duty? Yeah, sure. No. Which I almost got a hold of you to see if you wanted to play zombies, but you were off playing Jagged Alliance, so I didn't know if you wanted to be bothered
it was
or not.
early
so.
morning, or was that this was yesterday, huh?
Yeah, yesterday. So I didn't know if you wanted to be bothered or not, but I will put that in. So anytime you want to play zombies, just let me
put
know.
a pin in that, Kim, because you
Okay.
also could have invited Robin.
I know.
Yeah.
So Judith is doing these Christmas fair things at the moment,
Uh-huh.
and she was out. So I can't really come out here when the kids are here unless I organize a sitter. So through the day, I knew that was happening. So I reconnected the Xbox Series X to the big screen in the house, and I thought, I'll download this. And I fired it up probably about 8 o'clock and played it until nearly midnight.
Wow.
Now, are you just doing multiplayer, Robin? Was this campaign?
Just team deathmatch.
Oh,
Team
nice.
deathmatch.
All right.
And
diggity.
I was. So the way it works, it's like a pellet feeder for one of those things in a lab. you have a match, and then you quickly rush to try and change a thing, but the match almost just is up a minute or so away, and away you go. And completely discombobulated with randoms. Everybody's running around everywhere else, not knowing the maps. But I played game after game after game after game, and it feels the same as it has some years ago. It hasn't changed. Maybe there's some little subtle moves now that you sort of, when you run and dive down, you slide a wee bit better.
Yeah.
The 360 running now.
Yeah, the omni movement or direction.
Omni running. Yes, that's what it's
called.
It
feels the same. And I mean, but it is you shoot, you die, you respawn, you shoot, you die, respawn, and it's but there's so many girly people models in it. I don't know. Anyway, some of the maps are really good. There was one that's like there's a Kentucky Fried Chicken and a video store.
Yeah.
Rewind.
I thought that's really good. You can close the doors and do stuff like that now, and I have to fight myself not running around like a headless chicken. The idea is you patrol an area, and away you go and learn your area.
I don't know. That's what I do, but okay.
Yeah. But yeah, very good. And I see now you can drop. Maybe those are kill streaks. You can drop turrets and different bits and pieces. There was one with a helicopter at the side of a castle, sort of thing, with a sea all around you, which was quite interesting as well. And there's like an overgrown train station, sort of. Really good. And I didn't get into. I was going to hit the zombies thing, but I kind of ran out of time. But I'll go back to it now because it was fun. It's mindless fun. It gets you, and away you go. And
see, so one, I didn't pull up video footage for Call of Duty because I totally forgot that Robin had played it. But then I'm like thinking about it. I'm like, wait, Robin played Call of Duty. Because we weren't really going to talk that much about Call of Duty because we've talked about it at nauseum. But I like hearing Robin's point of view now, especially for someone who hasn't played it in a long time.
Now tell me, is it like a hub now? Because there's like Call of Duty 3 and there's all these extra downloads you can have.
The menu system on Call of Duty, I will say this, it's horrible.
Yeah,
it is. It is.
I agree.
It feels very disconjointed because you have like Call of Duty Black Ops 6. You click on that tile, and that takes you to either zombies, campaign, or multiplayer. But then if you want the Call of Duty, what's the PUBG version of it? Warzone. That's a completely different hub. And you click on that, and then that takes you into the Warzone hub. But there's different games that you can do within Warzone, which I haven't touched Warzone yet.
Me neither.
I'm sure I'll get it, but even things like changing your loadout it's awkward. It's not intuitive.
You got to learn it. Once you learn it, it's less awkward.
Yeah.
But it's understanding how it all functions. That's the key. And then you get comfortable with it. You're like, okay. Zombies, I think you'll have a blast with, Robin.
It is. Yeah, well, I'll get on with you in the evenings. I'll bring a set of headphones in with a microphone into and go. But yeah, it's as Boomer says, die, repeat. But it's fun.
Well, that's how Boomer plays, actually. And he dies, and he then repeats.
Die, repeat. So it hasn't changed that much to me. Yes, it's maybe bigger in scope and all of that.
Kim's laughing, by the way, because she knows that was true.
Well, that's the way we both play it. So I do the headless chicken run that Robin was talking about. So that's me.
It plays well. It plays buttery smooth. It's absolutely spot on. So
yeah, okay. All right. Kim? Let's talk about Dragon Age.
Let's do it. All right.
Talk about Dragon Age. I have played a bit more of Dragon Age.
Right. And
you have also played a bit more of Dragon Age.
I have indeed.
So I was fairly negative last time we talked about Dragon Age.
little bit, yeah.
well,
But I mean, I got what you said
yeah.
though, because I was kind of feeling the same thing.
So, has your opinion changed? Where are you at with Dragon Age?
I don't know. I'm still enjoying it. That's not the problem. I finally got some testosterone in the group, so that's helped a little bit. It's not such girl power rah sort of thing going on. So that helps, because even though I am female, after a while that does begin to wear upon you. I don't care who you are. So no, I'm with you on the writing. Some of it's really good, and then other times I kind of feel like they just kind of phoned it in. Kind of like, okay, parts of it is great. Then there's parts of it that is just like, where the hell did that come from? I could have wrote better than that. But anyway, I don't know. I'm still liking it. Like I said, I don't know. I played a big chunk of it this week. I did kind of, not really spoiler exactly, but apparently there's a big thing that's got to go down. You have to pick between one place to save or another place to save. And if depending on which place you save, one of your companions is going to be pissed off.
Right.
So yeah, so I'm kind of trying to do all the side missions in both places. So I mean, I pretty much know which place I'm taking, because if I don't pick it, my stud muffin will no longer love me. So
it's important for the stud muffin to love you.
That's right. And I don't. Okay, Nev, I have to admit it. I don't know if I like her yet or not. I don't know what it is about her necessarily, but something about her rubs me the wrong way a little bit.
Which is her? Sorry, I didn't catch this.
Nev is the one with the leg and all that.
The funky hat, yeah.
The funky hat, yeah. I mean, she's fine, but there's just something about, which I did her companion missions here a while back, and that helped a little, but there's still something about her that I don't know. I don't entirely like. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's a,
I'm torn a little bit with Dragon Age in that I don't. All of the old characters that you had in Dragon Age Inquisition and Dragon Age 2 that they kind of introduced that were kind of like staples, like Varric, for instance.
Right, yeah.
You don't play them at all in this game. They're just kind of there's a lot of cameos of those characters, but for the most part, it's like you're playing with all new characters.
Yeah.
And
but you kind of do anyway.
I know, but it's like, do I like that, or do I want the old kind of the characters I knew, like Mass Effect? You have the staple of characters that you've always known and come to love.
Right. No, I get you there, because that's kind of the same way when you play one from the other. You want the old group back,
right?
Then they give you the new group. So
the new group just feels in some ways like it's just a skinned over version of the old characters. Like you have all of the archetypes, right? So they kind of give you the same characters, just with different personalities and different kind of vibes. The other thing I will say, as I've been playing through Dragon Age, I was very positive on the combat.
Right.
Until one particular boss fight I had. It was a side quest mission. And they drop you into a very small room.
Right.
And there's one very large monster in this small room. And you're supposed to defeat him.
Right.
He 100% keys in on your character. Does not even bother with the other characters.
Right.
And so it just became a situation of me running in circles in the room. I literally was running a track just around the edges of the circle.
I did that with a Revenant here the other day.
I couldn't stop to fight. I would pause for a second to activate my companion's powers.
Right.
But I literally just had no time, because every time I would stop to try and cast a spell, the dude was on me and basically punishing me quickly.
Right.
That was not fun. It was poor design.
Yeah,
and I feel like sometimes in the game that the settings that they've set up are and by the way, the lovely little mobile game I had up on the screen there for a bit. They're just not conducive to certain character types. Like, you can't fight ranged when you're in a small box room.
Yeah.
And what was annoying was there was a balcony that my characters were on, looking down on this giant monster, and I could kind of shoot at him at first, but as soon as I shot at him from the balcony, he just moved underneath the balcony, and of course you can't get an angle on him, even though he's just directly down below you. So that was a bit disappointing.
Yeah.
I will say that I continue to laugh about all of the different things that they have incorporated into this game to be, um, I don't want to use the word woke.
Right.
They want to be representative.
Yes.
Because I was in a marketplace and I'm running around. They have a bunch of different market vendors, which, you go up to the market vendor and half the time they're selling stuff that just you have no desire to get. But
Right.
I noticed this market vendor had, oh God, and we just looked it up. What was the name of the skin condition? But where you basically get white patches of skin and pigmentation kind of it basically bleaches out. It's the first time I think I've ever seen that in a video game. So on
Right.
one hand, good for them for doing that. I mean, sure, I'm sure that existed in this fantasy world. But also I go back to some of the dialogue, and it's dialogue from today's world. Of the issues of, of today's identity
Right.
being thrown into this fantasy setting. And it just doesn't make any sense. So I am hot and cold on this game.
Right.
And that's unfortunate because the more like my initial play, I was like, okay, I'm excited for this.
Right.
And the more I've been playing it, the less excited I'm getting for it. So and it was really complicated, I think, by that boss fight. I could care less about the aesthetic stuff and the skin pigmentation stuff. No big deal. I can get past that. The stupid hat on the side of her head, which I will just throw that on there right now. That I can't get past just because it's so fucking dumb.
Well, she does have outfits where that's no longer an issue.
Yes,
so,
yes. Thank God for that.
So.
But this hat on the side of the head, I mean,
I get it. Yeah, it does look a little odd.
And it was just really hard for me to get past.
I didn't notice the leg thing until you mentioned it the other day.
Oh, you got a little Skypey on me here.
Oh well, what else is new? Yeah, thanks for anyway. Yeah, I'm there with you. Like I said, I got in a Revenant fight the other day. It was kind of the same thing. He just kept hammering away on me. And all I could do was I think I had Harding and Lucanus with me.
Right.
And all I could do was let them fight him because I couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
They'd get him down enough where he'd kind of stop. So then I could take a few shots at him with my bow. But other than that, I kind of did the same thing, run around in circles and hope that, they would take care of him or at least get him down a little bit because I couldn't do anything.
To me, that's just bad combat design. That's bad. It's bad gameplay mechanics.
Right.
And it's just, that's where you're basically telling the enemy AI within the game, the NPCs that, you focus in on the main character. Because there really is no penalty for other characters getting knocked down. And this is kind of that one other thing I wish they would include in Dragon Age, but I feel like they've completely gone away from it, which is permadeath. And they don't have a system set up for it. They can't have it because the way they have the different characters intertwined within the story. But God, it would be refreshing if it was like, oh no, if Harding dies, she dies, and that has real world consequences in your game and everything. But they don't, and so therefore it's inconsequential if she gets knocked down and is out. The only thing it really becomes consequential is that you lose her fighting capability for her being downed. But yeah,
lucky for me, they both have healing abilities, so they can always keep themselves healed up, and me by extension, because it carries over. But yeah, and it was funny because once in a while they would yell at me, "You need to move," because the thing would be coming after me, and I'm like, "What do you think I'm doing?" Running around in a circle,
literally running in circles.
Right. I am moving. This thing is just gigantic, and of course you can't go anywhere, and it's like, well, take one for the team, as it were. But yeah, no, I get it. I'm still enjoying it. The wake things don't really bother me. I don't know, maybe it just goes in one ear and not the other, so I don't really notice it too much. But other than that, I'm like I said, I'm doing okay with it.
Now I do have a couple
maybe
more.
Pissed off at me.
I'm gonna a couple more critiques because I'm being reminded of as I'm looking at it on screen. So one, the zipline thing is just stupid. Again.
Yeah.
Well, and it's just funny because there's zip lines that you have to activate to start them.
Yes.
So they're like motorized zip lines.
Sort of, yeah.
And it just feels out of place, especially because there's so many of them. And then the other thing, I'm not a fan of how they handle like loot and finding things. It's like
Okay.
you find a hidden spot and you know for sure there's going to be some kind of uh, chest that'll be in there
Yes.
somewhere.
Right.
But when you kill enemies, their bodies are there. Sometimes there's loot, sometimes there's
Right.
not.
Right.
And it just feels inconsistent. You know, I just want it to be like, hey, everything you kill might leave a little something behind.
Right.
May be useful, may not be useful. But you're fighting the big bosses, and there's not even necessarily going to be a chest there, but they might leave something behind. They may not.
Right.
And exploration in the game again feels very guided. So I was on this particular.
Well, it is more linear this time because they didn't do the open world because everybody bitched.
It definitely
because
is
they
linear.
thought it was.
It definitely is
Yeah.
linear. But even that, like some of the quests, like the fight I just had with that boss character, there
Right.
were these symbols being left behind that were supposed to be like a breadcrumb trail for you to follow.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay. And then you see one up on the wall, and then you get your quest marker. So the little white diamond basically kind of guiding you on where to go next.
Right.
But there was no need for me to look for these markers that the quote unquote character had left behind.
True.
Because all I do is follow the white diamond.
Right.
And so I just felt like kind of that exploration kind of aspect to it. There was no excitement about exploring. It was like, okay, follow yellow brick road that they laid out for me. It's very simple, very straightforward. So I don't know. These are the things I wish they had done a little bit differently. And I felt like in Inquisition, it was so much better. I thought they did a better job at that in Inquisition. So I know I sound like I'm being down on Veilguard. It's probably because I am. I just feel like this game went from being really good to now it's much more of a 7-8.
Yeah, that's still not bad. I mean, I do like their fast travel things a lot better in this one because you don't have to see. It doesn't feel like you have to go clear across the map in order to get where you need to be. If you've got, as long as you've got a beacon within the general area, you can teleport to that beacon and there you are.
Yep.
Because that was one thing with Inquisition. I loved it. Don't get me wrong. I like the open world, but a lot of time you spend a lot of time going from point A to point B, or to like the next fast travel. But they could be spaced out, halfway across the map. So you're still doing a lot of walking, which is, I guess, is fine if you're into that sort of thing. But sometimes you just wanted to get where you needed to be and start the next thing. So,
no, agreed.
I mean, if anything, I do think they maybe have too many beacons on the map at times. But I guess that's a personal preference thing. Maybe somebody else disagrees, but whatever. So, yeah. Anyway, Dragon Age, I'm still liking it. We'll see where it goes.
All right.
So.
I'm laughing a little bit. I just see an ad for YouTube. Women from Ukraine. Real love has no limits. Forget about age differences.
Oh my.
You're an old
Ukrainian grandma.
Yeah. She doesn't look like your grandma. I'll just say that right now. All right, real quick, I want to cover some just initial thoughts on Stalker 2. I gave this a quick play this morning. So on the Series X, looks fantastic. They have a big patch that basically is making you download the whole game. It comes at about 148 gigs, so just know that ahead of time. It's a sizable game. This reminds me of Metro in a lot of ways. It is survival horror, but even more so than Metro, you're going to have to think about eating. You're going to have to think about, medication for radiation poisoning. So a little bit of Fallout, I guess, in there as well. So far, I really am enjoying it. The dialogue, the visuals are great. It is definitely a dark game at times, and that adds to the horror vibes of this game. It uses darkness a lot. This is one thing I totally forgot to put my YouTube Premium account on, and so anyway. But yeah, so it uses darkness a lot. There's going to be scarcity of ammo, that kind of thing as well. Guns will break. You'll have to fix them. But probably about 30 minutes in, and like I said, so far, it's pretty cool. It's scratching an itch. A single player game. They are making a lot of efforts to fix a lot of some of the initial issues they had with the launch. But if you have Game Pass, it's on Game Pass, so there's no penalty for trying it if you have it there.
Right.
And again, if you like Metro games and the kind of that vibe, this is definitely going to be a game for you to check out. Okay. I think that does it for the games we've been playing.
You ready?
So, Robin, do you have time for a quick quiz? Then I think.
All right, now everybody get settled. Get away from the windows. Now look, good. It's time for the quiz. Yeah, you know what? Oh, too bad. Tough.
Now, Kim, last week I asked you to get 3 games for us, and then we totally ran out of time. So,
right.
Metacritic Madness. We go in time. We travel back in time. Robin and I are jumping into the DeLorean. We're hitting 88 miles an hour. We are punching through. And Kim, what year are we going to?
Hold on, let me find it because that was last week. So I took screenshots. So I know what I'm doing. But wait, where'd it go? Come back here. 2012.
2012. Robin, the duck suit has traveled with you to 2012.
Oh, nope, I lied. 2013. Sorry,
2013. So we jumped back and now we've gone forward.
Yeah, we're gonna get the flash. Anyway.
All right.
Yeah.
2013.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
New consoles were not out yet. For I believe the Xbox One was not out yet. I think it was just going to be coming out in 2014. So we're still 360 era, PS3 era.
Xbox One.
All right.
Xbox One, definitely.
I think the Xbox One came out in 2014.
Oh, it would have been open.
Yeah. Anyway. All right, Kim, we're ready.
Alrighty.
Lay it on us.
Alrighty. The first game for 2013 on the Metacritic Madness is, and this is funny because this is one of Tony's favorite things, Farming Simulator 2013 for the PlayStation 3.
Farming Simulator.
What was its score?
Which of us would you like to go first?
Robin can go first.
Farmers love it. Is this the very first one?
I think so.
90.
90. I'm going to go 82.
Okay.
That's my best guess. By the way, shout out to Lord in the chat. Also Boomer, even though I said he died, repeat. We appreciate them being in the chat.
All right.
I appreciate you.
We'll see if they'll say anything in the chat. If not, we'll carry on. This one might surprise you. It did me a little bit.
55.
I'm ready.
Alrighty. Well, nothing from the chats. Here we go. Farming Simulator 2013. It was a 40.
40. Holy crap.
For the PlayStation, for the PlayStation 3. I mean, given what the Farming Simulator is like now.
Yeah.
See,
So,
I had a feeling it would be low because it was such a PC-centric game prior to that.
Right.
But I didn't think it was going to be that low. Wow, that is rough.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked by it when I was initially looking it up because, the way some Farming Simulator is now and everybody, it seems to be their thing.
You think about it, though, the PS3 PC games had a hard time porting to that because of the weird architecture. So, okay, all right.
Yeah. Alrighty, next. For the Xbox 360, released on August 27th of 2013, we have, and this will be right up Greg's alley, Madden NFL 25 for the Xbox 360.
Greg, I have no clue.
So Madden NFL is 25?
25, that's what it says.
Madden NFL 25.
Yep.
For the 360. It must be the 25th anniversary, maybe?
Maybe.
For the 360. Yeah. I'll say 85.
Okay.
I'm going to say 72.
May not be a bad guess, Robin.
All right. Anybody from the chat? Even though you didn't come in on the last one, so I'm assuming you've all fallen asleep. I don't
Boomer,
know.
yeah, Boomer again, disappointing on all fronts. You know, he's die, repeat, and then he's asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, they're all gone. Alrighty. 3, 2, 1. All right, nobody. All right, for Madden NFL 25 in 2013, the Metacritic score was 80.
Okay.
Yeah.
They never seem to get that high a score.
No, they definitely came down substantially.
And it's probably fanboys doing that. You know, they're very heavily criticized.
Well, and they were just only doing so much with those games, so there's that.
Right.
Good. Well, one more.
All right. Last but not least, we have Magic the Gathering: Duels of the Planeswalkers 2013, released for the Xbox 360. What was its Metacritic score?
Has to be crap. Has to be crap. 35.
So I am going to be opposite of Robin on this. I think this was one of the first Magic the Gathering games that had come to console. Also, it was kind of one of the first like card games coming out. But I'm trying to remember the card game that did come out prior to Magic the Gathering that really kind of let the world on fire. So Magic the Gathering kind of like was like, we need to get our card game out too. 79.
Okay. Chat? Anyone? Bueller? Anyway. Gonna say that. All right, so Magic the Gathering: Duels of the Planeswalkers 2013. The Metacritic score is, set your phasers to stun, 80. The complete opposite of Farming Simulator, believe it or not. So
79. Pretty darn good. Just saying.
Yeah. So yeah.
Still crap.
Robin, like your shirt says, yeet.
Yep.
Yeah.
News time.
Right. News time, Robin. Only a couple of news stories. That's the nice part of that this week. It's not a lot happening, but we got 2 news stories.
Oh, we do. Oh, that's me.
That's you.
xCloud Gaming now lets players stream select games they own. They don't really own them. And they only have a license to play them.
This
they
is
don't
true.
own them. 50 titles are currently supported and the feature is available on PC, phone, tablet, handheld, and most devices with access to a web browser. Most cloud playable games will be added over time, and support for the feature will come to Xbox consoles and Xbox app for PC in 2025. Supported titles at launch are Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk 2077, Modern Warfare 2, never goes away, Final Fantasy X, that's 14, Hogwarts Legacy, The Witcher 3, Wild Hunt, Star Wars Outlaws, and Warhammer Space Marine 2. Microsoft most recently concerned the next wave of titles come to Xbox Game Pass for console, PC, and xCloud Gaming. So, the cloud is a very easy way just to dip your toe in to go, Dad, maybe like this. Do I want to download it?
Well, it is. So, I think cloud has been perfect for Game Pass. But this is actually so you own the game. So let's say you bought Cyberpunk, you now can play it in the cloud, even if it's not on Game Pass. So take, for instance, Space Marine 2, not a Game Pass title, but you own it digitally. You can play it in the cloud.
Okay, gotcha.
I just wish, and I'm assuming they have to upload more titles over time. So now I'm really kind of curious is what is going to be the limit? At some point, they'll stop adding titles to the cloud. So it started with 50. I actually kind of anticipated this being much more, but I guess it's a starting point.
Greg, when I was traveling, this is where does this come into play? I own the game and I'm away on business.
Right.
And I want to play it on my laptop and I'm in a hotel room, but the internet's crap. So where will this come into play? I mean, is it?
Well, if the internet's crap, I think that's still going to be problematic.
Couldn't do it.
Yeah. So that still would be problematic. Now, if the internet was halfway decent, this would be a situation where you don't have to download the game. You just stream it through the cloud because you own it.
There you go.
So yeah.
The next story here is that PlayStation Portal is getting cloud streaming today. The streaming service will allow PlayStation Plus members to play a selection 120 PS5 games, including Dave the Diver, Ghost of Tsushima, Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales, Monster Hunter Rise, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. The streaming games playable on PS Portal are limited to PS5 games, with PS3 and PS4 not currently supported. Not clear if this will change when the feature comes out of its beta test period and gets a full release. Games will be streamed at 1080p 60 frames per second and will include DualSense wireless controller features, including haptic feedback, adaptive triggers, speakers, and touchpad emulated on the touchscreen for PS Portal. So that's sort of the same thing, isn't it?
It's very similar, but this was important because this is the PlayStation Portal. So this is that it was a screen and 2 controllers on either side. And initially, all you could do with the PlayStation Portal was stream it off of your PS5 over Wi-Fi. And so it felt very limiting. It is really kind of like this is a limited case use product. So where are you really going to use it? But now you, in theory, could have your Portal with you. You could take it on that work trip, Rob, you're just talking about. And you get a decent enough Wi-Fi. You can stream to your little PlayStation Portal. I think this actually makes a much better case for having a PlayStation Portal.
Okay.
Being able to use the cloud streaming tech to it and be able to play a bunch of games wherever you are, as opposed to just being limited to where you have a good connection to your PS5.
It's the weakest link here is the weakest link. It's the link. It's the internet connection that you have wherever you may be.
Yeah.
Right.
It'd be lovely. Oh, I'll play it in the airport. No.
Yeah. Depending upon the airport. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I hear, though, if you're in Dubai, that it's like the best airport in the world. Great Wi-Fi, just amenities all over the place. Don't mind the restrictions of being in,
Yeah, don't leave a review for a restaurant. Right? What was the guy? There's a guy from England. He's been arrested. He left a review for a dog sitting or a dog grooming parlor when he came back to the UK several years ago. Went back last month and got arrested at the airport for leaving a bad review.
Really?
Because you're allowed to leave bad reviews for businesses.
Interesting. Okay.
Crime
That I did not know. I heard about there were a couple college kids that went into Dubai and they were partying, and there was a Saudi Arabian gentleman. I don't know kind of all the details to it, but basically befriended them at this bar, started buying them drinks, was talking about how they've got this raging party. They should invite them over, invited them over. And in a nutshell, the party was at another hotel. They basically put all of the bill on the backs of these 2 kids. And of course, the kids didn't have the money to pay for this, any of this stuff. And so they were arrested for not paying for all of this stuff. And I mean, this was like the biggest scam in the world. We're talking thousands of dollars. So
it's funny. I was looking at Dubai flights yesterday morning.
Yeah.
And we had friends over last night for a few drinks. And we were saying,
and as what happens when Robin has a few drinks, he starts investigating things.
Go to Dubai, and Judith said to me, "Robin, you can't go to Dubai. You will get arrested for something."
Totally.
You'll open your mouth and say one of your stupid things that you think is funny, and you'll get arrested. So,
no Dubai for you, sir. No.
I'd like to go.
Yeah, I mean, there's parts of the Middle East that I would love to go. I would love to go to Egypt. I think that would be a destination, but that's just from the aesthetics of looking at, historical things.
Honeymoon originally, and even back then, 27, 28 years ago.
Yeah.
We were talked out of going to Egypt, and we went to Bali in Indonesia that just had a civil war.
I mean, I hear Iran is wonderful this time of year.
So there's beautiful parts of all these countries. I want to see the bad bits. So
I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
All right. I think that does it for the news. Kim, you want to talk about our laundry list of games that are coming out?
Oh, sure. Yeah. And the funny thing is, I had to go looking for these. So, anyway, your new releases for November 24th to December 1st. We have Crystal Breaker for the Switch and PC on November 28th. And then, last but not least, we have Glitch Heroes for the PS4, 5, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, Switch, and PC also on the 28th as well. And those are your new releases this week.
Okay.
So, yeah, not
There
a
we go.
lot. And like I said, I had to go digging for those because I was pretty sure last week I had them all, but no, these two showed up. So
Yeah, for a second I saw Glitch Hero and I thought Guitar Hero, and I was like, what? Oh no.
yeah, right? No,
We
no.
need a Guitar Hero game back. That the plastic guitars.
That was good fun.
That was
you know.
totally good fun. And it got people back into music, which I think, again, would love to see something like that. All right. Robin,
Yeah.
what's going on this week for you with your streams?
Oh, I actually just posted an update earlier on today. Stream schedule. This week, tonight we have the Bongos with Misfortune in just over 20 minutes time. Tuesday I'm streaming 9:30 to 4 o'clock. Trying to rebuild my LFM account. On Tuesday evening we've got a shakedown for the brand new. We're now into another season of the Bongo World Series. This one's called Size Matters.
Nice.
And we're having a shakedown races there. So how this works again, three legs, 6 races each. And what I've done is this is the small tracks, all the tracks which have a lap time of under 1 minute 30, and we'll have the medium tracks and then the big boys. And we'll spread that over 3 legs. Then on Thursday, I'm back to streaming through the day, 9:30 to 4. And on Thursday night, we're going to play with some Automobilista 2.
Okay.
There's a big update coming. So on Thursday night, we're doing that. And that's the week. That is.
Excellent. Kim, I know Thanksgiving is coming up this week. Are you going to be around at all for some gaming?
Probably not. I mean, if I am, it'll be Thursday evening, probably, because I don't know how long, Thanksgiving's going to go, but
all right.
Yeah, Friday's not going to happen probably, and probably Saturday evening I might be around for something. So
I'm right there with you, Kim. I will be traveling, so we leave Wednesday morning for our in-laws, so there will be no Halo this week. Unless the kids want to do what they did last week, which
Friday
is
deals then for you, Greg? No,
I'll still be down at the in-laws on Friday, but I'll be back on Saturday. So
I have to buy an Xbox Series X and I have to buy a big TV.
I think you do. I think Black Friday is the perfect time to do it, Robin.
Friday, yeah.
Amazon Black Friday deals. Just saying.
Looking for an Xbox Series X for Corey. That's what he wants, and a TV for his room. So
okay. I'm looking for a TV as well if you give him out. I mean, I need one for the backyard. Just saying.
Okay. Well, TVs aren't the dearest thing any longer.
They're really not. It's amazing how cheap they've gotten. I mean,
I know. Here a while back, I could have got a 65-inch for what I spent on a 40. So, I mean, holy moly.
Look at that 55. Okay, the Samsung TV that we still have, the Freedom version. I mean, that was $2,000 or something like that. The 55-inch. Again, it's a special TV, but even still, you can buy a cheap 50-inch, 55-inch TV for now for what, 300 quid, 350 quid.
Yeah, it's insane.
A good one for about 500 quid. It's crazy.
So we have a 65-inch curved Samsung, which I love with caveats. I'll explain that in a second. But we paid, I think, like $1,800 for it at the time, and it was a Black Friday deal at that time. So I am actually thinking I could put that in the backyard and get something new. Now, granted, it's not outdoor rated, but I'm kind of like, it's like when it dies, and then I just buy something cheap and replace it. That's what my neighbors did. So I'm of that mind, and then I want to put a 75-inch TV in the main house.
Wow, your weather is a lot more consistent. I mean, I couldn't do that here because just the damp would get in. Saying that outside, I have up and above the in the rafters of the bandstand. There's an Alexa there, the tall tube one,
right?
For music outside and stuff like that there, and it's been there for years and it's still operating. So. I mean, and it doesn't get wet, but it would get very cold out there. There's moisture, dampness in the air, humidity in the air.
I mean, there's covers you can buy. So like during the real winter times, you just basically put this, think of it like a zip up cover and it'll help keep the moisture out. I might do that.
Right. Yeah.
I will say this though. One thing I do hate about my Samsung TV currently, Samsung came out with this TV Plus app that they built into their TVs.
Yes.
And certain versions, my year in particular, even though it's a 4K TV, this app you can't turn
Delete
it
it
off.
from the bottom bar.
You can't delete it from the bottom bar. And what's worse is if it doesn't detect a signal, the TV automatically goes to TV Plus.
Oh.
And you can't switch it out unless you have the TV remote. So then
Mine doesn't do
it just drives me crazy.
Mine doesn't do that.
Yeah. But outside of that, I love the TV. So anyway, TV shopping. It'll be happening. Black Friday.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
There we
Not
go.
for me, because I've already bought all our TVs for a while. So
I'm buying some. Actually, I didn't. I just bought them.
Yeah.
I bought some boots. Bought some racing boots. Proper racing boots.
I thought you were saying cowboy boots.
They'll
Buying
arrive.
cowboy boots was an experience, by the way. I just want to throw that out there. It's
Oh.
like you get
And
good
boots.
cowboy boots. It's different. It's
yeah.
you got to break
Caesar.
them in, walking around with your underwear on, your cowboy boots.
There you go.
Yeah.
You could be what was he, the underwear cowboy or whatever the hell he was. So
No, but I did have to buy like a cowboy boot shoehorn. It's not really a shoehorn, but it's basically you kind of wedge your heel into the crux of this thing, and then you can pull your foot out. Without it, trying to take cowboy boots off
it's
is like
a boot jack.
yeah, boot jack.
boot
Thank
jack.
you. I couldn't think of the name.
I have
boot
to
jack.
use those too. So yeah.
Trying to take a cowboy boot off without a boot jack, as long as it properly fits your foot, is difficult.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I have to use it for my mud boots too, because I can't get those off just by like pulling them off.
Right. And then
And
you
who
have to
wants to
have
try to
somebody pull the boot off
Yeah.
for you, and then you're just sitting there, it's like it's a struggle. Anyway.
Yeah, right. And if I'm sitting at home by myself, nobody else is gonna pull the fucking thing off for me. So
America.
yeah.
First
so,
world
yeah,
problems.
a boot jack.
All right, boot jacks for the win. Thank you, everybody.
And the Chiefs won. So yay.
The Chiefs won. Oh, what was the final score, Kim?
Oh, you don't want to know because I thought we were gonna lose. But anyway.
Oh, serious? Oh,
no,
this is gonna be
seriously.
a talking point tomorrow.
Yeah. 30-27.
Wow.
Yeah,
To the
we had
Carolina
tied up.
Panthers. Go figure.
Yeah, believe it or not. But penalties fucked us over.
Oh, yeah.
Really good.
They always
yeah.
do.
I know.
Robin?
Yeah.
Sorry, Kim, shout outs real fast. Sorry.
Yeah, I want to shout out Boomer and Lord. So I'm glad
Even
you guys
if they
stopped
fell
by for a little
asleep.
while. Yeah, apparently they fell asleep during Metacritic, so there's that. But anyway, shout out to everybody else. Happy Thanksgiving, hopefully. And if you don't celebrate, happy Thursday, whatever. Hope everybody has a good week this week, and I will pass you over to Robin. So
Yeah, just like to thank everybody who supported and donated for during my Princess Racing Marathon. Thank you so much. We will do fantastic things with that money. Really
deal.
Good. And buying TVs, boots. No. Well, the
New
girls are mad.
OnlyFans for Robin coming out.
Yeah, they're gonna love
as
it.
long as he wears the duck suit, I'm just saying.
I know we're going to do lovely things for the girls. So, and don't
Outstanding.
forget to hit like. I'm going to do it right now on this video. Please hit like if you're watching on YouTube or on Twitch, and subscribe, please. It'd be lovely. Okay.
It would be lovely. Yes, thank you. Thank you for that, Robin. Yes,
Right.
absolutely. Like, subscribe, do the thing that kids do. Thank you to both of you for being on the show. Robin, I didn't even know if you were coming on or not. I wasn't sure.
Didn't know.
Just
Just
like a nervous minute. I was like, maybe not. But Kim, thank you for being here as always.
Sure.
Robin, thank you here for being always.
Sure.
To shout out again to our political landscape.
We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning.
Okay. It is good times here in the U.S. It's Thanksgiving week. Go celebrate being thankful with your family, with your friends. And look, this is just about being with family and friends and being thankful for what has been given to you, whether you deserved it or not. There we go.
Yep,
Dun,
that's
dun, dun. We'll be back next week, everybody. Tune back in next Sunday. We'll be here. If you're listening to the audio version of this, get on that treadmill. Get going. Come on. Pedal faster.
Thank you very much. Love it.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
That's what I was looking for.
There you go.
Thank you for listening to the Overseas Connection podcast. See you same time next week.